And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Welcome back and welcome aboard. Today we are back in the Falkland Islands and we're going to be doing our very last stop here in South America before we start heading north. So we're going to be heading to the island of, I think it's called Tierra del Fuego. Yeah, Tierra del Fuego, and this is where the city of Ushuaia is located, and it's right there on the, as I said, very southern tip of South America. So we're just gonna get a quick look at the weather for today, and I'll bring up windy.com. Just give me 1 second here. Yep. Let's put in SAWH. All right. Okay, sorry. A message came in for work. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up so we could see. Let's see. Window capture. Is it this guy? Yes. All right, so as you could see, as I've mentioned many times, this is winter in the southern hemisphere. So right now we are heading to an area that has, well, winter conditions. Right now it's saying that the temperature is 5 degrees C, although here it's saying 2 degrees. Visibility is 10 kilometers more. Clouds are scattered, and it looks like the weather, based on our previous reports, it looks like the weather actually cleared up, but it was really bad for a while there. You see IFR conditions from 4 hours ago, with visibility was down to 4 kilometers, and there was some light rain and snow in the areas, so things have definitely cleared up, but we're gonna have to double check, because based on the weather we definitely have more snow coming into the picture, and a lot can change in 2 hours. All right, so we've done our pusher test. We're pretty much all ready to go. Actually, let me do this guy again.
EGPWS system OK.
Yes, and our terrain inhibit was on as well. All right, let's take a quick look at our checklist here, which I actually forgot to pull up. So we're just going to bring up our manuals, just kind of doing this in the background. And let's see, this is one of those times where I kind of wish that I had a camera, so you wouldn't just kind of hear me talking and clicking around. But let's see, we have done our pusher test, our avionics are set. Let's set our trim, because I know we are pretty heavy right now. If you look at our weight and balance, center of gravity is very far aft, so I'm just gonna put some forward trim, good amount of forward trim, just to counteract for that. Cabin pressure is already set, transponder is switched on, although we're not using it. We've selected our altitude today of 20,000 feet. Actually forgot to mention that. We're going to be cruising at 20,000 feet. Flight time for today is going to be about 2 hours. AHRS 1 and 2 are checked. Let's just reset our fuel quantity and totalizer again, just to get some updated figures since we've been running the engine for a while. Cause, no errors, no warnings. We are cleared to go. Alright, so we're going to be heading for runway 5. Runway 05, sorry. Get a little more thrust to get going, and as usual I always forget to get the taxi lights on. All right, I'm just gonna look at our map, just check down here real quick. This is runway 05 is sort of running parallel, well, perpendicular to us right now. And it looks like the wind is actually heading in the opposite direction. It's odd. All right, here we go. So we are pretty heavy today, but this is going to be a good paying flight, and we're trying to get on the road to $1 million. That's what we're looking for. The plan is once we complete the South America flight, I'm going to purchase a Kodiak, and we're going to do some flying around the Caribbean, just kind of stocking up on money. So that hopefully at some point we could buy something even better, right? All right. Just gonna bring off Navigraph off to the side here, just so you can make sure we're taxiing in the correct direction. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to make sure we're going the right way. Yep. So we're gonna have to sort of head towards the runway in front of us. We're gonna have to go left and cross it, and then kind of head left. Sorry, turn right onto the runway, go up a little bit, and then we'll turn left onto runway 05. So this would have been perfect to take off on runway 28, but that is not happening for us, unfortunately. All right. So we should be coming up to an intersection soon here. If you go left, there should be runway 05 right here, I believe. Yep. This is the edge of runway 05. So we're just gonna come here and turn around, and we're just gonna complete our final checks and then get ready to go, folks. Falkland Islands was awesome. I just want to apologize if you guys have watched the previous video. We actually had just some video issues or some recording issues with OBS right when we were about to land, and pretty much had to cut out a chunk of the landing because it just turned into a slideshow. And this might be because of the scenery that we're running. I don't know. So just for this flight, I'm not running any third-party scenery, because I want to make sure everything is as smooth as possible. All right, so here we are. Beautiful. Alrighty, so here we are lined up on runway 05. Gonna get our landing lights on, and let's just quickly go over our final checks before we go. Flaps set at 15, landing lights on, ice protection is required. Condition level, we're gonna set that to flight idle. Nothing on our cause, no errors, nothing like that. So we should be good. Ready for takeoff, folks. Going to set our heading just to make sure, and get our camera to position, And away we go, folks. Alright. Setting our takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust is set and ready to go. Oof. Going a lot to the left just now. Just had to counteract it a little bit. This is a fairly short runway, about 5,000 feet. Now rotate. Gear up.
Airborne time locked.
I just have a feeling the video is not going to be the best for takeoff. I'm going to have to review it. Alright, we're just going to keep climbing. And I just want to see where our flight track is. So we're going to have to go right. So I'm just going to start our right turns, get our flaps up as well. We'll have to set toga mode too. And we're just going to do a gentle right turn. As we climb out. Absolutely beautiful day right now here in Falkland Islands. Might be a different story by the time we get to Ushuaia. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead. Just gonna turn off heading mode. I'm gonna do autopilot and yaw damper, and let's do indicated airspeed. I'm not sure why the nose just pitched up like that. Right, just starting our turn, just kind of heading back towards the airport as we climb. Just gonna get the nose down just a little bit, because I always like to climb out at about 150 knots if possible. That's the airport right below us. Thank you very much, Falkland Islands. It's been awesome. Alright. So, gonna like straighten out here. Alright, so I'm gonna go heading mode one more time. And then we'll just nav. There we go. Okay, so now we're climbing at about 160 knots. Which might be a little fast, but it's alright. Get our taxi lights off. And we'll go to climb power. I'll go ahead and take a look at our checklist for after takeoff. Landing gear is up, yaw dampers on, landing and taxi lights. Landing lights are still on since we haven't hit 10,000 feet yet. Flaps are at 0, ice protection as required, climb power set, pressurization. It's not pressurizing yet, but it should be soon. And engine instruments all look good. Everything's in the green. Nothing to complain about there. And we are actually on our flight track now as well. So nav mode is engaged. Just gonna double check the transition altitude here, which is 5,000 feet. So we crossed over it, so we'll go ahead and switch to standard 29902. Alright, so we're gonna talk about our flight for today. Actually, let me see something. Might have done something wrong. Okay, now I did it right. I had a little self-doubt just now. Okay, so we're going to talk about where we're heading today, which I mentioned before, is Tierra del Fuego and the city of Ushuaia. So Ushuaia is such a fascinating place. It's often called the end of the world for obvious reason, because it's the southernmost city in the world, located at the tip of Argentina in the Tierra del Fuego archipelago. Just knowing at the end of the earth, it's pretty wild, isn't it? So one of the coolest things about Ushuaia is its incredible natural surroundings. So the city is nestled between the snow-capped Andes mountains and the Beagle Channel, so you get these stunning views in every direction. It's like a perfect blend of mountains, sea, and wilderness. Because it's so far south, Ushuaia is a gateway to Antarctica, so many expeditions to the frozen continent start from here, which adds to its allure as this remote and adventurous outpost. Imagine being in the last city before the vast, icy expanse of Antarctica. So the wildlife around Ushuaia is also pretty amazing. You could spot everything from penguins to seals and even whales if you're lucky. And speaking of penguins, there's a place nearby called Martillo Island where you can walk among a colony of Magellanic penguins. So how cool is that? The city itself has an interesting vibe. It started as a penal colony in the late 19th century, and you could still visit the old prison, which is now a museum, and it gives you a glimpse into the harsh conditions the early prisoners faced. There's also the End of the World Museum, which dives into the region's history, including its indigenous peoples and exploration stories. So despite its rugged location, Ushuaia has become a popular tourist destination, so people come for hiking, skiing, and all sorts of outdoor activities. In winter, the nearby Cerro Castro ski resort offers some of the best skiing in Argentina. And one fun fact, Ushuaia is famous for its super long summer days. In December and January, it hardly gets dark at all, so you can enjoy outdoor activities late into the evening. In contrast, winter brings very short days with only a few hours of daylight, adding to the city's unique atmosphere. So, Ushuaia isn't just the end of the world in a literal sense. It's a place full of adventure, history, and natural beauty that makes it a truly special destination. Alright, so we are continuing our climb to 20,000 feet, and something just hit me. Just what we read, because it's winter time right now, and we're talking about really short days. This is going to probably end up being a night flight. By the time we get in, I could imagine it's going to probably be pretty dark. So I'm kind of glad we decided to do the ILS approach. That's what we've chosen, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty dang dark when we get in. I don't like night flying at all. Anyway, I'll see you guys when we get back. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've started our descent into Ushuaia, part of Tierra del Fuego. Now what we're going to do is just take a real quick look at our approach for today, because as you can see, we're heading towards some mountains. We're going to be doing the ILS DME Runway 25 approach number 3. And we're heading towards this Maibach waypoint. We're actually coming from the northeast. We're going to be heading towards Maibach and turning right, coming in for the landing. Also doing this W2 arrival, as you can see. That's where we are now. Making our way down. We're a little low on our approach though. We should be above 8,000. Oh no. Yeah, above 8,000. Was 8,000 below? I'm not really sure how to read that. So we are a little low, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on things right now. Might have to kind of go up and over. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we are 1,000 above, just coming over the top of these mountains here, and we're gonna make a right turn to start heading towards the airport. As I said, this is an ILS approach. We have our frequency already locked in, 111.3. We should be starting our turn very soon, kind of right over you coming over this ridge here. And I'm going to start getting this all set up and ready for landing. We're looking at about 5,700 feet. It's pretty much the altitude that we have to stay at. Just want to check the elevation here for the airport. Yeah, 69 feet. So it's actually kind of, once we come up and over these mountains, we're pretty much just going to be heading directly for the ground, directly for sea level. Absolutely stunning approach though. To be honest, I haven't seen an approach this beautiful in a while. So yeah, it's really good to experience it. Let's go ahead and drop our first notch of flaps. Wait, what's going on there? I know what happened. Let's see. I think I was supposed to, I might have put in vectors. Instead of choosing the correct correct waypoint for approach. CI 252 is what we're supposed to be heading for right now. Let's try and go into approach mode as well. Crap, this is not the time for this. Absolutely not the time for this. Wait, it's here. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's happening. I actually don't know. Let's see. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Something got really messed up here. What is going on? we're trying to do is get back to this CI 252 waypoint. That's where we should have gone. I don't know what happened. Alright, so we're just going to be doing a little bit of a circle. I'm just flying pretty slow right now. And we are supposed to be 5,700 feet at CI 252. So we're kind of where we need to be height-wise. We just need to get back to the correct waypoint, you know? Alright. So I don't know what, we just kind of overshot things. What it might be was maybe because I switched the... Maybe because I don't know, did I switch the source or something? I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to go to I was supposed to switch the source to I was supposed to switch the source, yeah. I don't do ILS approaches very often, so I think that's what the issue is. So I'm gonna try this. Basically heading towards the FI 252 waypoint, which I'm supposed to intercept at 5,700 feet. So this is taking us pretty close to the mountains. Airport should be kind of off down out here somewhere. And we're starting to run a little low on fuel now as well, which it's not a huge issue because we're almost there, but it could kind of suck as well if we have to kind of do this again. Alright, so I'm just going to slow down a little bit as well. And what I'll do is I'll switch the source to loc and now hit approach. And I think that should get us to where we need to be. And that was absolutely my fault. So approach mode is armed now, which is good. And as we get closer, that green needle should start to... This displaced green needle should start to move towards the center. And then we should intercept. There we go. There we go. Alright. Better. Okay, so that was my fault. That was my fault. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so localizer is active. Just kind of waiting for the glide slope now to kick in. I see the nose pitching down, but I'm not losing any altitude yet. Okay, glide slope is now active. Okay. Gonna go gear down, and now we're just gonna get our speed up. Let's start our checklist, folks. Going to get our taxi lights on. And landing gear is down. Landing and taxi lights are on. Let's get our flaps to 30. Autopilot and yaw damper, I still kind of have them on for now until we get the runway in sight. Cabin pressure is at 0, so pressure differential is at 0, which is good. So once I have the airport ahead of me, we're going to go ahead and get our autopilot and yaw damper off. We'll adjust our rudder trim. So we're gonna need that, and that'll be it, folks. Yep. Just coming through the clouds now. Temperature right now is -5 outside, so just trying to keep an eye on things to make sure I don't need to get any icing on. Let's get a nice little shot outside though. All right. Cool. Runway is straight ahead. It's right there. I was kind of hoping to see some lights or something, but no runway lights for us, unfortunately. So we kind of got set up pretty early. I just wanted to be ready because I knew we might be dealing with kind of low light conditions and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's looking absolutely beautiful. Come through the mountains. Wow. Nice evening. Nice evening scene. Beautiful evening scene. It's clearing up. I might end up flying the rest of the approach by hand. We're getting a pretty strong crosswind right now. What's headwind / crosswind? 14 knots. Just trying to manage the speed as well, make sure we don't drop too low. Should try and keep it around 100 knots for approach. It's gradually decreasing to about like 80 knots for landing. Pretty amazing. These kind of scenes never get old. For me, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Flight Simulator. Because right now in the real world, I'm not going to be able to experience this. Straight up. I'm just not. So, kind of a chance for me to kind of scratch that travel bug, that travel itch. Also haven't done mountain flying in a long time. Oh, see, actually, I did it before while I was flying in South America, but that's probably since I was flying the ATR like a long time ago. We've actually been doing the South America tour for a good while. I've been taking kind of long breaks here and there, but we've been flying it for a while now. It's got to be at least a good 6 months or so. I'm actually kind of curious. I should check out the check out my channel just to see when the last flight was. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on things as well. Let's see. So the South America Ops series has been going on. Wow. I'm having flights going back a year ago, so it's been, yeah, a lot longer than I thought. But as I said, I've been taking some pretty long breaks in there too. Alrighty, so I see the airport is in front of us. Hasn't quite, the scenery hasn't quite kind of filled in properly yet. So I just want to look at the taxi map just so I know where I'm supposed to go. Everything is right at the end of the runway. Okay. Okay, it's still a little blurry. It's probably because I'm using auto FPS as well. Alright, I'm just going to fly this in by hand. So, autopilot and yaw damper are coming off. And, going to land very soon. Looks like I'm a little right of the runway. All right, here we go. I feel like I've been landing for a long time now. Looks like I'm a little left of the runway now. Pretty high. I'm gonna try and just dip down a little bit. I'm gonna get a good view. Absolutely amazing, man. This is really, really beautiful. Still very, very high though.
$500.
And I'm gonna try and get this as smoothly as I can. Don't know if I will. What I do know is that FS Realistic is gonna make it look like the hardest landing ever, despite of me doing it smoothly. Okay, so here we go, folks. Let's get all lined up. Let's try and do a gentle landing as possible. All right.
Prop pitch.
Okay. was so hard it knocked me out of position. What the hell? What is that? Alright, folks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ushuaia. I don't know what happened there. I can't even get this back to position though. Well, we got done somehow. Don't know what the heck happened with that, if it's realistic. That was weird. Just when I was talking about it gonna be a smooth landing and I was confident and everything, it just messes up. Again!
Warning, trim.
Alright, so we're gonna just try and taxi to the terminal building here. I'm gonna go back and take a look at the playback as well, because it looked a little choppy. I'm not sure if things got a little choppy. Is the OBS recording? But we'll see. So it is a little bit of a long taxi. This runway here is about 10,000 feet. Or just under 10,000 feet. Alright. Alrighty. Gonna get our landing lights off. And we're just gonna stop real quick, get everything cleaned up, and then go in and park. I'm getting lots of stutters for some reason. I don't really know why. Alrighty, folks. Let's look at our after landing checklist. Condition lever, set that to ground idle. If it's realistic, messed up something. Yeah, this was going on. Alright. Now it's working alright. Okay, condition lever to ground idle, flap set to 0, exterior lights, got our landing lights off. We'll shut off our ice protection as well. Let's get this guy off. Yeah. So it looks like it's saying it's 4 degrees here. So it's still pretty cold, folks. Probably the coldest that we've seen for a while, that's for sure. Alright, we're gonna pull up to one of these gates here. It seems like a good enough one right here. For some reason I can't turn this aircraft and I don't know why. I know I sort of had this issue with Aerosoft CRJ. Couldn't really do like a hard left to hard right turn. It had to be kind of just before left to right. Maybe that's what's going on. Don't know. Beautiful. All right, folks. Gonna go ahead and shut off the engine. And let's see, get the standby bus on just in case. Taxi lights can come off. Yeah.
Engine
Warning,
on-time log.
essential bus.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
that is it, folks. Let's take a look at our logs just to see how long the flight was for. So we had a pretty stiff headwind for most of the way. Boom, utilities, flight timers, 2 hours and 36 minutes in the air. So we were way over our flight time because this is supposed to be like a 2-hour flight, a little over 2 hours. All right, let's get the door open and let's call it a day, folks. There we go. And get the gust lock on as well. If I could do it. I can't. That's all right. Cool. So that is it, folks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you see fit. We have hit the end of South America, the very south. And we're going to start making our way back north now. It's going to probably be a while, especially flying the PC-12 to get all the way back up to the top of South America. But we're going to take some jobs on the way, hopefully some high-paying jobs, and that'll get us in a better position. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you see fit. It's your boy FlyIslandGuy. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.
Fly Island Guy, we're soaring so high. With reggae beats we touch the sky.